Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the various learning theories. Especially we are going to learn about the social learning theory by Albert Bandura. Here let us see here what is social learning theory. It is the like core principle. People learn from observing others' behavior and attitude and outcomes. It bridges the behavior and cognitive theories of learning. So Bandura proposed the theory, this theory, what social learning theory in 1977 after his famous Bobo Doll experiments. So, the key concepts of social learning are by observing others. Okay, they watch someone else behavior and perform that behavior. Imitation, so copying the what the observed behavior, and they mainly focus on what they are observed, and what they observe they are going to remember what was observed. That is the retention. The key concepts are observation, imitation, attention, retention. Here the more key concepts are reproduction, motivation, and self-efficacy. Reproduction means being able to do what you observe. This may be both physical and mental. And more motivation, having a good reason to copy the behavior. So in order to copy, you should have good motivation. Okay, whether it is rewards or punishment, that matters a lot. Self efficacy means believing you can succeed something. Okay, this affects what you do and how long you try. This is the more concepts of self-learning, yeah, social learning. Vicarious reinforcement. What is vicarious reinforcement? See, occurs when people learn behavior by observing the consequences experienced by the others rather than through direct experience. So here we observe others. We won't participate directly. Somebody is doing and they get what they have done and what is the outcome of that one, whether they got the reward or reinforcement or punishment, that he observes. That is called as vicarious reinforcement, not experienced by self prior before that. Then this vicarious reinforcement happen observing, processing, learning, adaptation. So here the student watches the classmate get praised for good work. Okay. Then the student notice that positive outcome. Okay. It is a reinforcement. Like then the learning, the observed learns without direct experience because already someone done and they got reinforcement, so that they get the direct, they observe the same thing and they'll get the experience, not the direct experience, but somebody is done and they observe, they'll get the experience. Adoption, so the observed adapts the similar behavior, seeking the similar price. So they are going to simply imitate the same. See here the Bobo Doll experiment. Here how they treated the children. This Bobo Doll, how they treated by the adults. Set up children watch the adult behave aggressively towards the Bobo Doll. Then they will observe. Some adults are rewarded, some punished, others had no consequences. The result, children imitate aggressive behavior they had observed. The conclusion, children learn social behavior through observation, not just conditioning. So it is totally observation by observing the society. The here the what they get the doll, okay, how the treated by the adults to the doll, and what is the reaction of the doll towards the child, towards the adults. So simply the children will observe and they will keep in their mind and they will imitate the same. Here difference between behaviorism and social learning. Okay, So the social learning is a totally internal mind process or cognitive process. Then in observism, what happened? Only they observe and that matters. Can learn without reinforcement. It is a, like it is a self-motivated one, self social learning. But here, learning requires direct reinforcement. Okay, observation and imitation are central. See here, stimulus response (SR) connection are the central point. It is, in social learning, self-regulation is important, and in behaviorism, environment control is emphasized. Okay, what application to be done in education? So, role modeling, teacher demonstrate like how behavior should be there, how our behavior act should be there. That is demonstrated by the teacher, and the student will observe. The student not only observe the teacher, but they learn from their peer group. Then they will, and we have to use motivational strategies so that they will get motivated, and we should give the constructive feedback in learning. That is a applications in education, right? The teaching strategy, what teaching strategies to be followed in social learning? Self efficacy, that means yes, they can do. That type of motivation you should give, and you should show the like instructional video showing the example skills being performed by correctly. Okay, so if you show that virtually, they will learn things better. Okay, group activities, if somebody is done good thing, and let have some rewards, and that so other people will observe and they will get motivated. It is a group activity. Clear expectation, so model the behavior you expect from the students. So you have to tell this person is done such thing, so we are rewarded. If you are do like this, you are also going to get the same thing. So there is a clear expectations. Then in real world, so people watches the sports games and all, and they will limit it. Okay, so here nowadays IPL, everybody watching, they want to imitate the players, the way they are bowling or doing doing batting, all the stuff they learn. Okay, and coaches demonstrate techniques for players to observe and imitate. So first, whenever the sports is in sports complex, the PT sir will shows how to do such things in, like he will show and and ask them to observe. So players watch the videos of expert perform the improve skills. So in order to get some skills, they'll observe the previous videos of the sports person. Even for the language learning also, so they will imitate the speaker. Even teacher also, nowadays people are using the um, various language apps. They will listen and they will imitate, and they will get the training for the same. So behavioral man, teacher praise the good behavior, so others will imitate it. If somebody is doing, his behavior is good, we have to praise that person, and other students will take as a role model, and they will modify their behavior. This is a behavior management. So real world examples is the sports training, language learning, and behavioral management. So quick summary. So here the people learn by observing others, okay, others behavior and outcome, whether it is reinforcement or punishment. Then key process like attention, retention, reproduction, motivation, and essential. So the unique contribution, learning can occur without direct reinforcement through observation. So they won't participate in that particular one, but somebody has doing the things, and they will observe and they will adopt the things. Then educational impact. So teachers serve as a model and can use the various vicarious reinforcement. Okay, this is that. Then here some of the FAQs you are unable to see. However, I'll read for you. Okay, who developed the social learning theory? Oh, it is Albert Bandura. Initially, when we taught this, the famous experiment supported by the social learning theory involved. So which is involved? A. Bobo doll. Then question number 3. Which is not one of the four possessive social learning theory? Okay. So which is not one of the four processive social learning theory? It is attention, retention, conditioning, motivation. So here in social learning there is no conditioning. So the answer is conditioning. Question number 4. Vicarious reinforcement refers to, so being directly rewarded for good behavior, learning through punishment, observing others being rewarded or punished, or then self-regulation of behavior. Here the answer is observing others being rewarded or punished, called as vicarious reinforcement. I again repeating, what is the vicarious reinforcement? Refers to observing others being rewarded or punished. Then is the fifth question. How does social learning theory differ from behavior? It focuses only behavioral, observed behavior. It recognizes the importance of internal cognitive process. It requires direct reinforcement learning. It dismisses the influence observation. See here, the answer is it recognizes the importance of internal cognitive process. It comes from the inside. So this is the social learning theory differ from behaviorism. Here the sixth question is, which educational strategy align with the social learning theory? Okay, I'm repeating, which educational strategy align with the social learning theory? It is a rote memorization, isolated individual work, peer modeling and group activities, punishment based discipline. Here, the educational strategy aligned with the social learning theory is the peer modeling and group activities. So this is about the social learning. Thank you for listening my class. All the best for your coming competitive examinations. Thank you all.